What's going on, everybody, and welcome to Lane's Man Cave. In today's video, I'm going to be giving a preview and prediction for the 2026 College Football National Championship. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. It is very much appreciated, and it helps get this video out to more fans just like you. Now let's go. We are going to start this video talking about Miami. The Hurricanes had a hot start, but after losing to Louisville and SMU, and ultimately missing the ACC championship, none of us thought they'd even make the playoff. But here they are. Under their first playoff appearance under Mario Cristobal, the Hurricanes became the first team in college football history to have home field advantage in the national championship. Running back Mark Fletcher has been one of the best players in the entire playoff, rushing for 172 yards against Texas A&M, 90 yards against Ohio State, and 133 yards against Ole Miss. But Fletcher isn't the only weapon on this Hurricanes offense. True freshman wide receiver Malachi Toney, who is supposed to be a senior in high school right now, has been dynamic and shifty, and is already one of the best receivers in all of college football. Quarterback Carson Beck was criticized after transferring out of Georgia, but he was able to lead the go-ahead drive against Ole Miss. But most importantly for Miami, they are able to win in the trenches. They have two cornerstone tackles, Markel Bell on the left side and Francis Mauigoa on the right. Mauigoa is my OT1 going into the NFL draft, and on the defensive line, both Ruben Bain and Akeem Mesidor have wrecked opposing offensive lines, but Miami's most dangerous defender is arguably slot corner Keontae Scott, whose primary role is in coverage, but he is also an effective blitzer. Moving on to Indiana. If this playoff run has taught us anything, it's that Curt Cignetti is the best coach in college football, and it's not even close. Before Cignetti, the Hoosiers have not been bowl eligible since 2020, and have not won the Big Ten since 1967. Maybe this is good news for the Toronto Maple Leafs. This Hoosiers team is one of the best we've seen in recent history. They may not be loaded with first-round picks like many of the Georgia or Alabama teams, but the chemistry on this team is undeniable. In this year's playoffs, they made Alabama and Oregon look like they don't belong there. Fernando Mendoza was this year's Heisman winner, and rightfully so, and will most likely be the first pick in the NFL draft, but he is not alone. Elijah Surratt and E.J. Williams will catch anything that's thrown at them. Charlie Becker is a downfield threat. Omar Cooper is dangerous after the catch, and they have the 1-2 punch of Roman Hemby and Kalen Black. What may hurt the Hoosiers is the offensive line. Mendoza did not take a lot of sacks, but they have not gone up against the defensive line of Miami's caliber this season. Though Indiana's defense has talent of their own, with defensive linemen Mikael Kamara and Daniel Ndukwe, linebackers Elijah Hardy and Aiden Fisher, versatile safety Devin Boykin, and of course, lockdown corner D'Angelo Pons, one of the best corners in the nation. I believe the Indiana Hoosiers will be this year's national champion by a score of 30-20. While I do think Miami can run the ball better than Alabama or Oregon did, and the pass rush can make things difficult for Mendoza, it will not be enough. Indiana is simply the better team and can win in more ways than Miami can. While Miami does have home field advantage, Hoosier fans invaded Atlanta during the Peach Bowl and can do the same in the national championship. And if Indiana is able to put any sort of pressure on Carson Beck, the game will be easy for them. For offensive and defensive MVP, give me Fernando Mendoza and D'Angelo Pons. And that concludes today's video. Let me know who you think will be this year's national champion.